G'day everyone. Just going to allow some time for people to join as per usual, and then we'll get underway. Hello to everyone who has joined so far. Let me know where you're watching from. ASJE Aviation 787. There we go. I said your name, buddy. You've got a nice username there, bro. 787. That of course is the best aircraft family on the planet, in my personal opinion. And of course we've got Rotorua Aviation watching from Omaha, Nebraska. Nice. Nice to see some diversity in here. Very cool indeed. I'm sure there'll be people joining along the way, so of course hit that thumbs up button below. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. Comment what you thought. Any questions you want to ask me throughout today's stream. I don't mind answering questions. But of course, today is part 2 of the live stream I had a couple of days ago. That of course was part 1. This of course is where I set up my next airport update. In part 1 we had just to give you guys a rundown or a recap of what happened in part 1 if you haven't seen it. I went through the choosing of all of the models that is going to be laid out in the next airport update for random ops number 2. So I picked all the numbers. Everyone saw the number picker, and I went out through my array of containers that had all the model boxes in them, and I picked them all out. Today we are going to go through the process of putting out all of those models out onto the airport in their associated gates, and then I guess that it will be today's stream. And also of course today I'll be going through some other information about where the aircraft are coming from, and some information about models that I have for sale, because I know that was a topic that came up in the last stream, so I'll do that for you guys. Oh, you've changed your username or the profile that you came on the last stream. Of course, I should say my apologies for yesterday. Of course, yesterday was meant to be the streaming day for part 2 today's stream, but of course we had a severe weather warning here in the east coast of the South Island here in New Zealand, and I wasn't going to take any chances in terms of the significant rainfall that we had forecast, and we did have overnight. So just thought it would be better off if I just postponed it and did it for a sunnier day, which of course today is a better day here. So without further ado, hello and welcome for today's stream. You bought the MD10 FedEx Gemini jets. Nice. Monday or Tuesday. I should have a model arriving next week as well. I won't tell you what it is, because that will also be a stream. I have the Ornipon Pokemon 787-9. I also have that model up in my top container up there. If you guys want me to get any models out throughout the stream, I don't mind. I'm just not prepped. I'm just not prepped to do that at this current moment. But anyway, let's go ahead and begin today's stream. The process of putting out the model aircraft. So we'll start off with the wide body, shall we? So of course, for those that don't know the layout of my airport, if you're new to my sort of content, so here we have the model airport sitting here, and of course here we have the alpha stands. That of course is where the wire bodies sit, just here. So we have alpha 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And then we have some more wide body gates down here, but this is the Charlie concourse, so Charlie 1, 2 and 3. That gate is never really used, and it only can really be used for an aircraft that is, put there for maintenance, I guess. And only like a Fokker 100 or an ATR or something. Here we have the Bravo stands. These are for the narrow bodies. So we have Bravo 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Again, this gate here is specifically for an aircraft like an ATR, a Fokker 100, or if one day someone decides to release a wonderful scaled Bombardier Q400, or a Bombardier, my bad, the Q300, then they can sit there. But otherwise, the largest narrow body that can sit here is the A321. So that's the 200 or the Neo. And of course, sitting down here at the end, we have the this is Delta 1 or Mike 1, an extension to the Bravo stands there. But of course, a military aircraft can sit here as well. So for the likes of the 757 for the Royal New Zealand Air Force, or the Boeing P8 Poseidon for the Australian Air Force. I am waiting for Gemini Jets to release the A Poseidon for the Royal New Zealand Air Force, because I will definitely be getting that. In terms of the taxiways, we've got 4 linked taxiways here. We've got taxiway Alpha here, taxiway Echo, taxiway Kilo, and then taxiway Papa. Of course, in this corner in the last stream, we had that box that was here, and my laptop was sitting up here as well. That of course was the C-17. That's actually been sold now, so that's no longer in my possession. I am hoping that Gemini Jets comes out with the C-17 for McCord Air Force Base, because that aircraft does come down to Christchurch quite often. So here we have the runway here, runway 10. Going the other way, it would be runway 28. But here's a part of the airport that wasn't displayed in the last stream. This, of course, is where the likes of the 747-8, or the C-17, or the C-5M, or the Antonov 124 that can sit here, because it would be too big for these gates here. That gate there is mainly for a passenger aircraft. This gate here is for a cargo aircraft. So let's say the likes of a 777 freighter, a 747, 757, etc. MD-11 as well. So that's basically the airport, ASJE International Airport. My airport is representing four major airports here in New Zealand. So we've got Auckland, Christchurch, Wellington, and also Queenstown. I do have services right across the world, and of course I am slowly but surely building up on my regional network. Of course, I've now just recently launched Rotorua, Napier, New Plymouth, Nelson, and Wellington. Oh no, Wellington is a focus city. But yeah, that's just some information for you guys. If you want to know some more information, go ahead and check out the description below the airport updates, because that's where I mainly put the details of what's coming in and what's coming out. If you would like to support me on Instagram, ASJE International Airport's Instagram page is linked below in the description below right now. And of course, if you are interested in checking out the where I get this airport map, the link is also in the description below, so go ahead and check them out as well. So, Juliet Alpha 7484 Alpha, that of course is the All Nippon Airways 787-8 in the Future Promise livery. We won't have the Dash 8 come out, but we will have the Dash 9. So starting off with the first of the aircraft, we are going to be checking out the Vietnam Airlines Boeing 787-10 Dreamliner. This, of course, is Victor November Dash Alpha 873. This is in the 100th aircraft decaling livery. Very nice. As one of two Vietnam Airlines 787-10s in my collection. I do have the other one, 874. It would be quite nice to see NG Models release a Dash 9. I do have a Dash 9 in my collection already, although it would be quite cool to have the NG Models mold. I do have the Phoenix mold, for those that are wondering what that 787-9 I have already in my collection is. So here we have the very elegant looking 787-10 for Vietnam Airlines. Very, very nice indeed. I will put this aircraft out at its gate. Just do give me a moment to put this back into the box. So the Vietnam Airlines 787-10, I will also say, tell you guys where it's coming from, etc. So let me just get that information on my screen. That was rather quick. I'm not used to this laptop being quick. How many points do you need to get a free model from NG Models? I mean, it doesn't really. It depends on the aircraft, really. I remember I spent quite a few points on the last lot that was in the last exchange. Of course, I got the Air France 777. I got the Lufthansa 777 freighter. The Air France is also a freighter, and I got the Ethiopian A350. So what you do, I'll tell you guys that in the next one, because it's also an NG Models aircraft. So this aircraft here is going into Alpha 2 today, and as you can see, I did write them all down. So this aircraft will be going here. I will be laying out the GSE. Afterwards, just going to make sure that the aircraft is sitting straight. Does look like it. Very nice indeed. So the next one we will be up. Oops, sorry guys. The next one will be unboxing today. In today's stream is the All Nippon Airways 787-9, wearing the Future Promise livery. Very nice aircraft, this one. So how do you get points for free models from NG Models? What you do is you get this little card here. You scratch off this, and on your account, you would be able to type in the code that is underneath that little scratching thing. It's like a if you go here in New Zealand, I think you have those in America as well. Those scratch cards, you get it like the lottery outlets. Um, and you get that little code there, that's there, and you put it on your account, and it should accumulate. Wow, that's a big word. Accumulate in points. So that's pretty much how you get points, and eventually, when NG Models comes out with an exchange, which there should be one very soon. The last one was in October, so and the previous one before that was in March, I believe. So we should be coming up to one again. So here is the very, very nice looking. It does take a bit of an effort to make an account for the NG Models. You just got to remember your password. It is quite an extensive process with NG Models for some reason. So this aircraft here, the All Nippon Airways 787-9, wearing the Future Promise livery, will be coming in with service from, I think it's Tokyo, in the next airport update. Or it's either that or going out to Tokyo, as of course it will be on the taxiway, not at a gate. The Vietnam Airlines -10 that we saw for will be coming in with service from Hanoi. That of course is the capital city of Vietnam. So this aircraft will just sit out to the side for now. I'll put that out on a taxiway later in the stream. So the next one we'll be taking a look at is another wide body, my bad. And of course it is the Azerbaijan Airbus A340-600, looking absolutely fantastic indeed. Welcome to anyone who is just joining ASJE Aviation HQ Live, episode number 7. This is part 2 of episode number 7. Setting up my airport update for random ops number 2. So here we have the Azerbaijan Airbus A340-600. I'm still looking out for the 500 variant, and also looking out for a 787-8. Would like either Gemini Jets or NG Models to release one. That would be fantastic. So here is the A340-600. This is the only Airbus A340-600 in my collection. The aircraft is currently operated as a VIP aircraft for the the Azerbaijan government. It is a very, very nice looking aircraft. I think I have done a model review of it. I'm not too sure, but it is. Oh, gee whiz! I almost dropped it. But it is a very, very, very nice looking model. That is for sure. This is 4 Kilo dash Alpha India 1. What's the registration? 4 Kilo dash Alpha India Oscar 8. I thought it was at 08. I'm not sure. But very, very nice model. We'll put it at a gate very, very shortly. It will be going over to Alpha 3. Next door to the Vietnam Airlines 787-10. We'll just put this cradle back into the box. In terms of the service that it will be doing a service from Baku in Azerbaijan via Singapore. So let's put this model into Alpha 3 today. So sitting just here. Just got to make sure that the aircraft is sitting straight. Otherwise it'll just bug my OCD. There we go. Looks pretty straight to me, doesn't it? Very nice. Right, so let's go to the next one for today. We've got the Emirates 787-10. This is a model that will soon be disappearing from my collection, as of course Emirates do not operate Dash 10s, and they won't operate Dash 10s, as of course they did eventually cancel that order for the Dash 10s. Instead they went for the 787-9. So as soon as Gemini Jets releases a Dash 9, this model here will be disappearing from my collection. Will be up for sale for anyone who would want it, I guess. I do have an Emirates Dash 10 that is currently for sale, but it is a 1 to 200 scale aircraft. I will go through details of aircraft that are for sale soon. So here is the Emirates 787-10 in the Emirates old livery. I do quite like the new livery. Let me know if you are a fan of the new livery for Emirates. It does look very, very nice, doesn't it? Very, very cool. I mainly post, list model aircraft on like Facebook Marketplace or something, because of course here in New Zealand, eBay isn't exactly available for us to sell on. If I could, I would, but of course I can't. So, Facebook Marketplace and like some Facebook groups that I'm in, that they are basically where I sell models on. So I do have Trade Me sometimes. I feel like Trade Me sometimes is a bit confusing to use, so I tend to just stick to Facebook, to be perfectly honest. But I mean, it's an option. Trade Me is an option, I suppose. I guess I would just have to log back into my account. So Alpha 1 today, the Emirates 787-10 sitting there. Make sure that it is straight. Very cool. No, it's not straight. There we go. Facebook is available to everyone, especially the marketplace thing. Rightio. Next one, or I should say the route. The Emirates 787-10 coming in with service from Dubai. That's international airport via Singapore Changi. Of course, it's a fictional service. Most of these these routes are fictional services, apart from any route that is an extension to an already existing airport route from an aircraft. This next one is an aircraft that is no longer in service. No, I do not. I don't. There was a model that I was actually I was interested in selling, in any New Zealand model, but I'll go through that in a moment. But here we have the next one, the KLM Royal Dutch Airlines Boeing 747-400. This is Papa Hotel Bravo Foxtrot Whiskey. This was the second to last, I believe. KLM 747 to be retired. I think the last one was Bravo Foxtrot Tango. No, that's not going out of my collection. That went straight into my classic collection. Because the ATR 72-500. and of course teal livery, but it is currently on my network, because of course I don't really have that many regional aircraft. I only got 3. Victor Alpha, Victor X-Ray, and also Charlie Yankee. Victor Alpha is in the All Blacks livery, so I am waiting for JC Wings to release the current Black Fern livery. So I don't know if I would sell the All Blacks livery, to be honest. I think I might just keep it. But here, of course, is the KLM Royal Dutch Airlines Boeing 747-400. Of course, yesterday was the 55th anniversary or birthday of the Queen of the Skies. Very, very nice. Of course, I did grow up with the 747, especially in New Zealand 747s and the Qantas 747s, and of course Singapore Airlines as well. I do remember Singapore Airlines operating to Christchurch with a 747. I do remember what was the other airline that used to operate to Christchurch? Was it Korean Air? Korean Air operated to Christchurch with a 747. Air Pacific used to operate with 747s as well. I do remember those. Hey mate, will you ever do an Auckland International Airport? Oh, that is an option. I could do that in the future. Probably. Yeah, I could possibly think about doing that. Singapore Airlines, China Airlines, Air Callan. Yeah, I could possibly do that. I think, or perhaps I can't remember if I've done that or not. United is now going back to Christchurch. They already have. They already are on the route. Do you mean it's diverted back to Christchurch, or right? Let's put this KLM 747 at Alpha 4. Very, very nice. Yeah, I could possibly do an airport update for that. Just you know, just Auckland specifically, or I could do both. Oh, nice. I mean, yeah. It's already in service. I mean, I'm pretty sure the service started in November or December or something. Yeah. So let's go on to the next one. Was quite nervous to put this aircraft out onto my airport, to be perfectly honest. Don't know why. But here we have the Aeroflot Russian Airlines Airbus A350-900 by Gemini Jets. This is Victor Quebec Dash Bravo Foxtrot Yankee, the first of the Aeroflot 350s for Aeroflot. Very, very nice. I do like this livery a lot. It is a shame that this livery isn't going to be appearing on any of the other aircraft that Aeroflot have in their fleet. A330s and 777s, 737s, then the other narrow bodies, 320 Neos, etc. Because this livery was only really designed for the A350, and it does look really nice. It does. It's probably one of my favourites in terms of the 350. The liveries. It is a very, very nice model. It is a very, very nice aircraft. One of the best liveries on the A350. I think my favourite livery on the A350 would probably have to be, in terms of the 1000, I would probably say British Airways, or no, I wouldn't say British Airways. I would say like Virgin Atlantic or Etihad, to be perfectly honest. On the 900, I would say Singapore. I'm biased to Singapore Airlines. Um, and I would probably lean towards Thai Airways as well. Thai Airways is a pretty good livery. Who else operates the Dash 900? Lufthansa. Lufthansa is a nice livery. I do quite that. I do, even though it is very Euro white. I'm quite aware that it's very Euro white, but for some reason it does look very nice. No, I'm not. That livery will not be leaving my collection. There are some more questions. Jetstar, we have too much. We get the new livery from Brisbane Daily. That's the 321 Neo, right? I did recently see that they arrived to Auckland or started in Auckland. Virgin Australia only really have the Queenstown service at this current moment. They should start going back to the main cities. You know, Christchurch, Queen, and Auckland. That would be pretty cool for the airline. Do I have Ryanair? No. Um, Maybe if my airport was based in Europe, I'd probably get it. But talking about Europe and European airlines, we've got a European Airlines in my hand, and of course there's ITA Airways. This is another aircraft that I like the livery of. Wasn't too much of a fan of ITA Airways' livery, you know, to begin with, but it does make sense, you know, as of course, if you are familiar with sport, sport, let's say like the football slash soccer, FIFA World Cup, etc., and like the rugby and other things, you always see that Italy always wear the colour blue. So that kind of makes sense about why ITA went with the colour blue on their fuselage. As you can see on the tail fin there, we've got the Italian flag, and we've got the Louis Vuitton little decalings on there as well. Not too sure what those Louis Vuitton symbols actually symbolise. But go ahead and comment below in the no. No, I am not getting rid of any Dreamliners at this in terms of New Zealand. Air India, they're coming back to why would Wellington be in that list? Yeah, why would Wellington be in that list? I mean, I do understand Christchurch and Auckland, but why Wellington? Yeah, R.I.P. Alitalia. I actually do have a 787s on for sale, so. But yeah, I do have over 100 Dreamliners. That's for sure. Alitalia, oh wow, Alitalia's airline that took over Alitalia. My bad. This aircraft will be going on the taxiway. This is by Aviation 400. Don't know why I'm unable to focus or anything, but very nice. It's a very nice model. It will be going on the taxiway as either an arrival or a departure, depending on where it is sitting. This next one, I'm not sure where this one will be going, but the next one is the Japan Airlines Boeing 777-300ER. A very nice model by Phoenix Models, Juliet Alpha 741 Juliet. I may have unboxed it in the last stream, but I had to re-box all of the models due to yesterday's weather warnings. I had to pack up everything, to be perfectly honest. GSE, just why there's no GSE out on the airport at the moment. So here is the model. Another very nice looking model with Japan Airlines Boeing 777, the 300ER variant. I mean, Phoenix models, not these days. I would say overrated would be probably NG models more than anyone else. As of course everyone has their opinions um, in terms of preferred brands or not. I don't really mind any of the brands, to be perfectly honest. I don't have any Aero Classics. I don't have any Panda models. I don't have any Dragon Wings. I actually do have Dragon Wings. My bad. I'll take that back. Haven't got a Concorde in my collection, but I would like Air France. Cause I do remember back when I was like 6 or something, I did remember seeing the Concorde. This is just a test to see how long the 777 is, and unfortunately the tail fin does go over. So I think this one here will go on a taxiway, which means that one of the Dreamliners will be going out into that gate. So I think we will put, since the All Nippon Airways is already out, I will put that at Charlie 3. So sitting right there. I'm just going to make sure that it is sitting at the gate properly. Does look like it, but I'll look at it soon. So this aircraft here will go on the taxiway. Very nice, very nice. I mean, Dragon Wings, I mean, they're not really releasing anything now because, they did go out of business. Herpa, I mean, Herpa aren't too bad in terms of airport GSE and dioramas and everything. But I don't really have any of their model aircraft. Would be quite cool. Yeah, in my opinion, Aviation 400, they are a pretty good brand in terms of A350s, 777s. I don't have any 787s and from them yet. I said the word yet because I am anticipating the fact that I will get one eventually. But there is, I mean, I am interested in getting the A380 from them, but I mean, the only thing that stops me from getting an Aviation 400 is the fact that they are so expensive, and I don't really like paying the price of, or the equivalence of, a liver transplant for a model aircraft. So, what's more, essential, I guess. But in terms of A380s, here is the next one. The Qantas Airbus A380 from Phoenix Models. Aside Aviation 400, this is probably going to be probably the better mold, or best mold in my opinion, of the A380. Despite it being Phoenix Models, I do quite like the A380 mold. I have gotten quite used to Gemini Jets' mold of the A380. I do have quite a few of them, especially the Emirates ones. I wouldn't mind another Qantas A380 in my collection, to be perfectly honest. So here is the Qantas A380. This is Victor Hotel Oscar Quebec Golf. I don't know what the nickname is of this one, but I will have a look on the box when I have it back in my hands. I can't see the writing on it, but I'll have a look on the aircraft when I get to it. Reason why I say that the A380 from Phoenix Models is probably the best. Did New Zealand order the A380? I mean, I don't know why they would. I mean, I don't think New Zealand has the demand, the population to. Let's not comment on MH370. Let's not put that into a conversation. But the reason why I say that the A380 is from Phoenix Models is probably one of the better molds is the fact that the roundness of the nose. That's probably the best part of, of the A380. I do quite like how the A380, in terms of Phoenix Models, have the drooped wings. I do quite like them as well. I feel like Gemini Jets' mold or JC Wings, because they both have the same mold. I feel like the nose is a bit flat in terms of the curvature. Yeah, but otherwise, I do quite like this mold. It is very, very cool. This aircraft will be coming in with service. I believe it's on the Dallas service, but I will keep that aside for now. Due to the wind clearance, I don't think I'll be putting it out on this taxiway, but I'll sort that out soon. So going into the next phase of the aircraft, let's put out some narrow bodies, eh? Next one we've got Jetstar A320 from Phoenix Models. Very cool. I do have some Jetstar A320s from NG Models that have recently come in the last year or so. This aircraft here is Victor Hotel dash Victor Foxtrot wearing the .com hybrid livery. Very nice. It's a very nice livery on the A320. This aircraft is sitting at Bravo 4. So this one right here. Just gotta make sure that it's straight. It does look pretty good. Very nice. So that's a Jetstar A320 coming in with service from Sydney in the next airport update. Next narrow body for the unboxing stages of this aircraft. I so want a Jetstar model plane. No, I am not selling. I'm not selling any of them. No. I will go through the models that I do have for sale soon. There is a narrow body included in it. But here we have the next one. I didn't actually show the box, my bad. New Zealand A321 Neo. This is November Bravo. Probably my favourite of the narrow bodies around these days. The A321 Neo. I especially like them now because we got them. In terms of when I say we, I mean Air New Zealand. It is my national carrier, of course. So here it is, a very, very nice aircraft. I do have the Black Fern livery as well, but that won't be coming out today, as of course it is not included in the not included in the next airport update. This aircraft is going into Bravo 2, so this one right here. Bravo 1 will be empty along with Charlie 2. So this is Bravo 1, and up here is Charlie 2. Very nice. It's going to make sure that's straight, and it is. A very, very nice model. I do like the NG Models mold of the A321 Neo. Would like it if NG Models actually came out with an New Zealand A320 Neo or an A320, because in recent days we did have the future releases from NG models. I feel like they are lacking on so many departments in terms of releases. Where is the demand going? You know, I mean, I get that they are wanting to release models that are appealing to the customers, but it's like for some reason they have a strange fascination of releasing special liveries, um, and the same airlines over and over and over again. The same, you know, uh, like democratic, you know, locations. I mean, geographic. You know, that's what I mean. But like, when's the last time we saw an aircraft released from Oceania? Of course we did have the Qantas Freight A330 released in the last release, the January release, or was it December? Can't remember, but I do remember getting it. When's the last time we had a Kiwi model released? You know, and that was the A321neo. So, and I did hear that we were to expect 777s being released soon, but that was, you know, but I mean, I'm not talking about JC, I'm talking about NG, but I do remember that. They did come out with the 737, which I will be getting. But yeah, NG models, I don't really understand them. But at the same time, when they don't come out with sufficient releases, you know, it saves me from buying any. But I am looking to get a model next week, but it does depend on what Gemini Jets comes out with, because they are next to release and they should be releasing next week sometime. But anyway, the next model that I'm going to be putting out today is the Virgin Australia Boeing 737-800 with split scimitars. Very, very nice model. I did miss out on the blended winglet version, but I do hope that it is somewhere, because I would like to get another Virgin Australia 737 800 variant. Very nice. But here is the Virgin Australia aircraft. I do have the Max 8 in my collection, which I believe was out in my last airport update, maybe. If not, that will be coming out very soon. Very, very nice. I do like the split scimitars on the 737. The 800 variant, it does look very cool. Of course, Qantas is retrofitting 23 737s with split scimitars in the near future. One has already been equipped with them. The rest of the 22 will be done between now, I guess, and the end of 2026. That, of course, is when Qantas starts to phase out the 737s for the A320neos, A320 and A321neo family. Because I did order I think it was the LR, either the LR or the XLR. That was the first of the shocks in terms, I believe it was the Farnborough Air Show back in 2022, I believe it was, when Qantas went the way of Airbus and didn't order the Max, in terms of the Max 9, I believe it was going to be the replacement of the the 737-800. But yeah, next one for let's go this one here. I believe this one is going to be sitting at Delta, the Delta gates. So I'll put that one out last. Put that one out on the taxiway soon. But the next narrow body in, that will conclude the Bravo stands, is this aircraft here, the Qantas Link Embraer ERJ190. It is a very, very nice model, this one. This actually did come in as my second of the Embraers in my collection. I do have one for sale, an Embraer. So that is one of the aircraft that I do have for sale. I will go through them soon. If you are interested in any of the models I do have for sale, do contact me via Instagram. It's probably the best way to contact me. But here we have the model Embraer E190. Does look very cool. Does look very, very nice indeed. This will be going right here. And as mentioned, that does conclude the setting up for the Bravo concourse. Of course, that being the narrow body gates. I do have one to put out at Delta 1, although that one will be coming. That will be put out soon. Right. What was sitting at Charlie 1? Ah, that was going to be the ITA. So let's put the ITA at Charlie 1. So this aircraft here, going it might be a little bit too big for Charlie 1. I think I did have an A350 at Charlie 1 in the last airport update, so it should be fine. Looking good, looking good. So the next aircraft that I'll be putting out or unboxing in today's stream will be another narrow body. And it is one that is quite close to New Zealand in terms of airlines. It's not really an airline. It's more a department, or it's not an airline. It's more a department of or special services or something. But of course, it is the Royal New Zealand Air Force Boeing 757-200. A very big question in the last few years is what will be, in terms of New Zealand aviation, is what will replace the 757 for the Air Force. Of course, the PA Poseidons, they replaced the PK2 Orions, so that's off the table. I mean, they could very well order some more, and then have them replace the 757. Although they would really need two aircraft to replace both 7.1 and 7.2 in terms of the registrations. My pick would probably be either in a 787-8 or an A350, because we have seen in the past that Luftwaffe, the German Air Force, in the last few years or so, acquired A350s for their Air Force. So it would be quite cool to see one come down this way as well. So here is the 757 that will be somewhere scattered around the airfield in the airport update. It will probably sit at I'll figure that out soon. But let's have another wire body come out onto the airport. Let's have another wire body. This will fill up the Alpha concourse. Of course, we have the Turkish Airlines Boeing 787-8. A very, very nice model from Gemini Jets. Thank you very much. How are you? Skystar 767. Very cool. 767s were still are a workhorse in the aviation industry. I do feel like Boeing should have really focused on re-engineering the 757 instead of building the MAX. But yeah, it's a shame. It is a real shame that Boeing is letting their reputation slip at the moment. Here is the Turkish Airlines 787-9. This is Tango Charlie Lima Lima Oscar. Is going to be coming in with service from Istanbul via Taipei in Taiwan. Very cool indeed. Where are you watching from, Skystar 767? Keep the questions coming in, fellas. Don't be shy. If you want to know anything about my collection, where my aviation, the passion of aviation, came into play, I don't mind interacting with you guys. So let's put the Turkish Airlines 787 at its assigned gate. Then, of course, is Alpha 5, New York City. Very, very good. I do have New York City on my network for this airport, ASJE International Airport, but of course it is with Air New Zealand. In terms of a direct service, that is, with the Air New Zealand Dreamliner. Talking about Dreamliners, let's get the next one in, and the last Dreamliner on my airport for the next airport update, and of course is the Air Canada 787-9 from NG Models. In my last airport update, I believe I had the Gemini Jets version instead of the NG one. I could be wrong in saying that. But this here is a absolutely beautiful model. I'm biased because it is a 787, so do forgive me with that one. But this is a fantastic model coming in with service from on a new service, actually, a newly announced connection partner of for my airport, Montreal Maribel Airport. Very, very good. It's a very, very nice model. What is the material of your airport? I think it is a paper. It's paper, I think. It's like crafted paper, but I have the link in the description below about where you'll be able to get the airport mat from. Got it from Aircraft Model Store in the UK. It did take a bit of time to have the airport mat shipped out here to New Zealand. Of course, the UK is quite a distance away from New Zealand, of course. So that's basically the reason why it took a long time. Also, that also came with 6 model aircraft as well. So that's probably why it also took a while. The last of the aircraft at the gates in the next airport update is a narrow body aircraft, but it is of course a long range narrow body. And that of course is a Boeing 757, but it is with Iceland Air. A very, very cool model. This one is one of the 2 757s that will be leaving my collection when of course they are retired. In recent months, or at least recent time, Iceland Air announced that they would be replacing the 757s with the A321 Neo aircraft. So this one here is destined to be leaving my collection at some point alongside the regular livery. The only one that I will not be getting rid of is the Heckler Aurora livery, and as of course it is that is too beautiful to get rid of, in my personal opinion. But this one here is the 80th year anniversary livery, celebrating, of course, 80 years between 1937 and 2017. So that pretty much tells you when this aircraft was released. I think it was 20. Well, it wouldn't have been 2017. The engine models wasn't. Well, I don't think they were a thing in 2017. Was 2019, I believe, that when engine models came into the model scene. Very nice. So this model here will be sitting at Delta 1, which is just around the corner here, as a flight from Reykjavik to ASJE International Airport via Seattle, Tacoma. So a very long flight for a 757, but that's a fictional route, so this aircraft will be sitting right here. Very nice. And there's a very nice aircraft there. So, models for sale. That's the next topic for the stream, and then we'll put out the aircraft at or around the airfield. We'll put out the GSE as well. So models for sale, I do have quite a few of them for sale. So starting off with narrow bodies, we've got the Singapore Airlines 737-800 by Phoenix models for sale. Very nice model. So this is for sale, guys. Very cool. The next one for sale in terms of narrow bodies is the Alliance Airlines Embraer E190 by Gemini Jets. As you can see, it is a very cool model indeed. This is wearing the Centenary 2021 livery. Of course, it is a 2021 release, I believe, as you can see just there. So this is for sale as well. So then we go into the wide bodies. Starting off with the Norwegian 787-9 by Phoenix models. This is in the Greta Garbo tail fin livery. Very, very cool. Next one is another 787, recently retired. The Bamboo Airways 787-9 by NG models. I think it does come with the card, or maybe not, but there's a look of the model. A very, very nice one, recently retired. This airframe is going to Austrian Airlines, so that is very nice indeed. I probably will snap that up in the future if it is released. No doubt it will be, and it will be a new airline in my collection in terms of 787s. Next one is an A350, and that is Hainan Airlines out of China. This is released by JC Wings. This is Bravo-1070, I believe. As you can see on the box there, very cool indeed. And the last one for sale at this current moment is an Airbus A380, and it is Qatar Airways. Very nice indeed. I am intending on replacing this one with the JC Wings mold once this model here has been sold. And one that I did recently have a look at getting rid of to replace it with another one was the Air New Zealand Boeing 777-300ER wearing the Black Fur livery. Was looking to replace that with the JC Wings release. Don't know if I am still considering it, but if anyone is interested in any of the models that I just showed, do contact me via Instagram. The link is in the description below, also in my YouTube bio. Go to the highlights, the story highlights on Instagram, where you'll see the list of the aircraft that are for sale, and then contact me via DMs if you are interested in purchasing any of them, and we'll go from there in terms of talking about things. So that's that out the way. I do also have a safety card. If anyone out there collects safety cards, uh, and specifically a Valaris A320 one, then no, it's an A320, not an A321. Just trying to clear that up. Um, and that is it basically. So now let's go ahead and open up the GSE, and I'll be putting out onto the airport in this next airport update. We've got these little catering trucks here. I do have quite a few of them. There's 8 of them, and then we've got quite a lot more in this bag here. And then we've got the buses. Very, very cool. So let's get these catering trucks out into the open. Of course, these are made or released by Fantasy Wings. Am interested in getting. I don't really need any more in terms of the catering trucks. I would like to get the fire trucks. They are probably the next GSC item that I'd probably get. I do need some cargo GSC. That they would be quite handy in terms of, putting them out onto the airport, because I do have quite an array of cargo aircraft now. So that would be handy indeed. I don't need any air bridges just yet. Maybe once my airport expands, that's when I'll have a terminal. So that's probably when I'll need to have air bridges. Very cool. Let's get the next one out. You should buy. Yes, that's when I'll need a terminal. That's exactly when I'll need a terminal to when I expand my airport. I did used to have a terminal made from I think it was balsa wood. I think it was. I recently sold that last year because once I got the airport mat, I didn't need the terminal anymore. So that's basically why I got rid of it. So yeah, when I expand my airport, make it bigger, I will have a massive terminal, runways. When I say runways, I mean 2 runways, and maybe even 3. Where did I get my airport mat? I got it from Aircraft Model Store. The link is in the description below, so go ahead and check that out if you want to. Yeah, there will be a massive terminal, there will be hangars, there will be a dedicated spot for my classic collection, because I do want to eventually have like a diorama for my airport in terms of the classic collection. And then in this little bag here, got the rest of the GSE in terms of the catering trucks, and then we've got 2 pushback tugs here. I probably would need some more pushback tugs. So I think we've got 20 catering trucks in total. I do need some more in terms of catering trucks. So if anyone knows where I could get some more Gate Gourmet catering trucks, that would be handy. These came out of Aviation 400 releases. So one was the British Airways A350, and the other one was the Virgin Atlantic, I believe it was. And then we've got the buses here. Very, very cool. I do quite like these. So let's get these out into the open. We'll just reposition my camera. Sorry for moving it so often. So So here they are. They are very, very cool indeed in terms of GSE. As you can see, they are pretty darn cool. The airport mat could be also used for 1 to 500 scale as well. So that's just advertising it a little bit more, but of course go to the link that is in the description below to find out the information about prices and the shipping, etc. So that's that. So let's put these catering trucks at the side of aircraft. So I will put them next to the narrow bodies first. So let's start with the Virgin Australia. Of course, some of these aircraft will be departing as well, so I will just have a look. No, I haven't been to the USA. One day in the future, one day. So, but I would definitely like to go there. So I do have my list in terms of the aircraft that are going in and out. So okay, the takeoff is Bravo 3. So this one here is Bravo 3. So that one doesn't need a catering truck. Sorry, catering truck, not tug. Let's put a tug. Bravo 5 is not straight. But let's put a truck here. Very good. Bravo 2 is also an arrival. Very good indeed. Is the that is an arrival, so we'll put a catering truck down at the Iceland Air 757. So in terms of the Jetstar A320, that is a departure in the next airport update. So what I'll do is I will put it a little bit back. I do apologise for the noise you'll hear in a moment, and of course apologies for the cords being in the way. Do have an ambulance about to go past, so you'll hear the siren soon. Maybe. But of course that aircraft is no longer straight. And neither is the tug. That looks better. So that is the Bravo stands done for now. Right, let's go and put a tug at the Iceland Air 757. Just here. Do 757s have catering trucks at the back of the aircraft? Do let me know if you know the answer to that. I would probably have to put catering tugs. Well, I keep saying that, catering tugs. Catering trucks at the rear of the aircraft. But now, let's put the catering trucks at the wide bodies. But for this, I will have to extend the catering, like that, for most of the aircraft on the stands. So that's 3 out of the next ones. So let's put them out. Going to focus on the 787-10 at Alpha 2 because that one right there is a departure, and this aircraft here is an arrival. So the only aircraft that will have catering tugs, Alpha 2, 3, 5. Is Charlie 1 an arrival? As it is an arrival, and so is Charlie 3. So those two will have catering tugs catering trucks, my bad, and the rest of the aircraft will be on the taxiways. So, do they? I wonder if I'll have enough catering trucks then. That'll be a just interesting scene if I can get there. Right. Probably should have put the GEC out beforehand. I think that might be a little bit too high. How's that? Not too bad, not too bad. Right. Next one. Very good. Of course, since it is a wide body, they get serviced on both sides of the aircraft. Because I do have, 2 aisles on a wide body, so... And of course, that's a very good question. What does ASJE stand for? Well, the letters in ASJE, A, S, J, and E are my initials. So, I'm not going to say my full name, but I decided to, when making an airport, that I would incorporate my my initials and make a word out of it. So ASJE was the word that came out of it, and I would then represent my airport under that name and everything else. ASJE Productions, so like my Instagram pages, my YouTube channel, my Patreon, etc. So that's pretty much what ASJE stands for, is my initials and my name. Right. So the next aircraft to have catering trucks at is this Azerbaijan A340. So let's put some on them. Wonder if I can zoom in on live streams. Oh, I can. Very cool. Didn't know you could do that. So let's put some catering trucks on this A340 here. Wonder if that would be too high. It's a little bit too low actually. There we go. I have an aircraft going overhead at the moment. Pretty sure it is an ATR. Sounds like an ATR. Well, it's either that or a Dash 8. Or it could also be a car, because I do live next to the main highway. That's too low as well. So as mentioned, this is the only A340 service I have on my network. When will the airport update be? I'm not too sure. I suppose the next airport update will probably be recorded either next week, or throughout the next week. Just when I am able to do it, because life, I do have other life commitments. So probably, yeah, throughout the next week will probably be the next airport update. But do stay tuned for updates. That's also a little bit too low. And that went down on me. Just gonna make sure if that's straight or not. That's better. Very cool. A340-600. Very nice indeed. And of course, this one down here, the Turkish Airlines 787-8, is also an arrival. Depending on how many, let's just figure out how many catering trucks I have left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I've got 10 left. So 3, 6, and 7, 8. So I should have 2 remaining. Because this aircraft here, the KLM, is an arrival. It is going to be taxiing in, so let's put it about there. Very nice. So the 787 and the 757 will have 2 catering trucks each. Or the 757 will go about there. Don't know if that's too low. Is that too low? Yes, it is. And so is the one at the front. I didn't really think about how tall the landing gear are of the 757. I do apologise for the shaking as well. Because I am doing this one-handed. So there's the 757 there. Very cool. Let's just extend this one up. Of course, when I expand my airport, I'm not just expanding my airport, but I'm also going to be having some sort of like a studio room or something. That's where, of course, the airport will be located, alongside like a setup for live streams, like a podcast series or something. Like, I do have ambitions for my channel moving on in the future. I do have other content in mind. Of course, if anyone here liked the Infinite Flight Ventures that I put up on YouTube in the past, do let me know, because I don't mind doing them as well. I do go on Infinite Flight quite often these days, so that could be an option for future content, future live streams, to be perfectly honest. I just don't know how I'd be able to share my screen at the same time. Very cool indeed. How long have I been? It's almost an hour and a half. So let's just figure out. just save a bit of time here and just extend the rest of these. So how much do I need? I won't have enough. I won't have enough. So that means one of my other narrow bodies are going to have to be arrivals as well. I guess I could make the ITA A350 an arrival as well, in terms of arriving at a gate. So just take both of them out. So if anyone's got any more questions, do let me know. Go ahead and ask them in the comment section now. That was a good question, by the way. What my initials standard for. Don't think I've ever answered that sort of question. Alright, mate. Thank you very much for coming along. I hope you enjoyed what you saw. Do look out for news and updates about future live streams coming very soon in the future. Of course, on Instagram, that's mainly where I'll update, and of course the community tab here on YouTube. Right, so those 5 catering trucks will be going on to this. 3 of them will be going on the 787. No. 3 of them will be going on the 787. Oh, there's 6 there. Okay, there's 6 there. Okay. Right, so let's put the first one out. Get a better view here. Very good. Next one. We'll just hold the tripod via my left hand, so I can do this with the right hand. Very good. And then the last one will go at the R1 door. Some other GSC that I do need, especially for this style of airport mat, is air stairs. I do need air stairs for like my narrow bodies, especially my wide bodies. So that's something else I could look into getting in the future. If anyone knows any some place where I could get them 3D made or something, let me know. So let's put these last ones, these last catering trucks next to the the All Nippon Airways. But now let's place out the buses. Because here in New Zealand we drive on the left hand side, so that's where they'll be going. That's right, that's where the other catering, the pushback tug is going. Over here with the Emirates. I do remember being zoomed in just a little bit, so we'll keep that in mind. One of these buses can go over here. Another one can go over by, let's put it here. Right, I'm just going to zoom out a little bit. I do remember zooming in. How's that? And let's put this one. Let's have it crossing one of the taxiways. Let's put it there. So then it'll be able to go that way. Sweet as. These trucks can. Okay. I guess these can go over to the KLM 747. And then we'll put this one just there. Very cool. Right, so let's place out these aircraft. So the A380 is going to go down the end, as of course it is, you know, as you can see if I put it there, we've got the wing clearance of the wing and the aircraft there. So the only place I can really put it is about here. That's really the only place I can put it. Just got to make sure that it is straight. It does look straight. Looks good. Now we've got these aircraft to put out. The 777 will probably be the next one I put out. Yes. Okay, well I can't put that bus there, can I? I guess the other bus can go over here. Like that. I guess I could put this A380 back a little bit. Triple Seven is an insanely long aircraft, as you can see. Does look very good. Right. I think what I'll do is, instead of having the Royal New Zealand Air Force aircraft on the runway, I will just put it there. How does that look? There's a bit of, not much of a gap between the A380 and the 777, so we'll just put this back. Not too bad. Aeroflot, I suppose, can depart. This can be an arrival. It doesn't look too bad. I'll put the Aeroflot turning onto the runway. So it doesn't look too bad, does it? It's pretty good. For those that are wondering how I took my thumbnail, the thumbnail of the last airport update, pretty much like that. So that's how I did that. Right, let me just move a few things out of the way so that I can try and access the 787 that's there. It's quite a distance away, so and probably the most trickiest ones to put DSC on, as of course it's on the other side, and I can't quite reach it from here. So let's do my best, however. Right, so I did quite like the suggestion before. The one about doing the airport update for just Auckland. I think that would that could possibly be an update for the future. That looks pretty good there. I'm just going to move the 757 just for the moment. I will put it back in the spot where we're going. Right now this catering truck here. It does just need to be straight with the other one. Looks rather good. And then the last catering truck can go at the front. The 757-100. Was there ever such a thing as the 100 variant? I think that's about right there. Pretty good, pretty good. And then I would put the 757 back there. So, that is basically the layout of the next airport update. So, that is pretty darn dandy, if I say so myself. Very, very nice. So, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Aren't you gonna put in... No. Remember that they weren't chosen. Neither of them were chosen for the airport update, so that will probably be in the next one. I will be doing these sorts of streams quite regularly in terms of setting up airport updates for my channel when it comes to the time of setting them up. So do stay tuned, and of course both of them, of course those streams will be, those episodes I mean, will be a part 1, part 2 series. Of course the first part will be of course the picking of the aircraft. The second part will be doing what I did in this stream in terms of laying them out onto the airport. When do you think the video will come out? I'm not too sure. Just trying to juggle around my other life commitments, along with the scripting of the airport update. I do have other scripts in terms of model reviews that I need to write out. I am aware that I haven't put any actual videos out in recent times in terms of model reviews, unboxings. What else do I do? Airport updates as well. They haven't really been as frequent of late, but of course I do like how that I'm doing these live streams now, so that is something to keep in mind. So I hope you enjoyed today's stream. Everyone who had joined today, I do appreciate your support. Do look out for the next stream. Go ahead and check out my Instagram page via the link in the description, and of course below that is of course the Linktree account. That of course is where my other social accounts are, so do check them out as well. And of course the website, ASJE International Airport's website, the official website of ASJE International Airport, is currently being revamped, so that will be updated. Will be relaunched very soon. Of course, the news about that will be on Instagram as well. Everything that I do for my airport and other, will be updated on Instagram. That's basically the one place that I do that is about my airport. So I hope you enjoyed what you saw in today's stream. I didn't quite enjoy today's stream doing it for you guys. So yeah, the airport update will be coming out very soon. It will probably be filmed in the next week, it'll probably be coming out maybe the week after. I will see. I'll see what I'm doing throughout the next week. But I would say if I think about a day that I'll be able to record it, it will probably be at least Thursday. So next Thursday. So what's that? I don't know what date that is. So Monday is the 12th. So I think it's either the 16th. I think it's the 16th. I think it is in terms of New Zealand time. Uh, so then, if that's the case, then the video will follow the next week. So do keep in mind that. But anyway, thank you guys for coming along and tuning in today. It's ASJE Aviation HQ Live, episode number 7, part 2. That of course will conclude episode number 7. The next live stream will be live throughout the week. The next week probably, I would say Tuesday, maybe, but we'll see. We'll see how life commitments go, etc. But I will update that and advertise that on Instagram as well. Go ahead and turn on notifications, and go ahead and check out my community tab to be updated about the whereabouts of new videos, etc. So, and to keep up to date, subscribe if you haven't done so already. Let's get to 1,000 subscribers. I don't do this for subscribers. I will just put that out. But the support is you know, it is quite humbling to be fair. So yeah, thank you very much for coming along, guys. I will see you guys in the next one. So of course, fly safe, stay safe, and I will see you guys in the next one.